Hey everyone, Takahmasak here. Welcome to Millika Village. This game was recently badged and I really didn't bother taking a look at anything. So there's only one badge for this game, just to get the best ending, which, oh god. If there's multiple endings, there is a high likelihood of me not getting that. You're a traveler passing through the mountains to reach your next destination, wherever that may be. It's the peak of winter, and one night you are caught in a ferocious blizzard. The air becomes even more biting than it already was, and you feel as if your bones will freeze and snap apart. You stumble through the blizzard, blinded by the flurry of snow tossed about in the vicious winds. You wander aimlessly, seeking any kind of shelter. Suddenly, you lose your footing and find yourself tumbling down a steep slope uncontrollably. You have little time to process what's happening before your back hits flat ground, quickly followed by the feeling of your head cracking off something hard. Seconds later, you lose consciousness. Unbeknownst to... That is an awesome word. Unbeknownst. Ooh. Unbeknownst to you... I bet that's worth a lot of points in Scrabble. Unbeknownst to you, 20 days after you reawaken, a cataclysmic storm would descend upon a small village, and your efforts, however small, would play a part in deciding the outcome of that catastrophe. Oh god. Am I gonna kill people? Inadvertently kill people? That's all I can do for them. The potion should set in quickly enough, assuming their body accepts it. You said you found them in the forest? Yeah, it looked like they fell from a high path into the trees and must have been knocked out by something on the way. Oh, they're waking up. Hey. Welcome to Millika Village, you turd. You've been out cold for 2 days. Please stay if you can. I will give you a potion, and it needs time... I gave you a potion. It needs time to set in. You're safe, though. You're lucky Kira here found you in the forest. You were roughed up pretty badly, too. I haven't seen that much blood in a while, and... Okay, Kira, I think they get the idea. By the way, what's your name? My name is... Professor... Oh, god, you don't give me many characters. So, my name is Dinglepoot. The Adventures of Dinglepoot! Nice to meet you, Dinglepoot. My name is Lasara. Oh, thank you. I'm an alchemist, and I've become sort of a doctor for the village by extension. And this is Kira, the best huntress in the whole village. She smells blood from miles away. I'm pretty good, it's true. Anyway, you should get some rest. Once you wake up, come outside and we'll tell you about the village's current situation. To cut a long story short, you won't be able to leave here for a while, thanks to these blizzards every night. But we'll tell you the details once you've rested. Okay. They leave the room. Your whole body is aching. You're unsure whether it's the potion taking effect or simply a result of your overexposure to the blizzard. You do as they suggested and try to get some rest. There's not even a fire there. There's just an LED flashing. I'm not fooled by that. You wake up feeling rested. Most of your aches from earlier have subsided. Your injuries have clearly taken their toll, however. You feel sluggish and weak, and your thoughts are muddled after the concussion. It will take time to get back to peak condition physically and mentally. Regardless, you should go and find the 2 women from earlier. Ooh. Why do you not move your arms when you walk? That is kind of weird. Spacebar to advance text. I figured that out already. So, let us E on this. E. Soothing fire crackles in the shallow pit on the floor. That's good. It's not a fire. I know an LED when I see it. So let us GTFO. Hello. Ooh, you got a kegger? Oh, Dinglepoot. You seem to be recovering well already. All thanks to Lissa, no doubt. The potion seems to have done the trick if you're up and about already. Just try not to push yourself too hard. By the way, that room you woke up in is yours for the time you'll be staying here. It's a bit sparse, I know, but it's all we can spare. Which reminds me, we need to tell you what's going on. The blizzard you were unlucky enough to get caught in was part of a long stretch of blizzards we've been having. There's a blizzard every night, and they're incredibly dangerous. summons yetis. This kind of thing happens every year, though. They should start getting weaker in a few days, as they usually do. But for now, that means it's far too risky to leave the village. It's safe during the day, but you'd be caught in a blizzard before you reached any other shelter. You managed to survive because I was lucky enough to find you, but I don't want to test that luck again. I know this is probably a huge inconvenience for you, but staying here is the best thing you can do right now. You're safe here. My father, the village chief, should be here shortly. He's eager to meet you. Are you a man or a woman? I know your name's Kira, but you do not look very feminine. Just don't be surprised if he's a bit, cold, I guess. Wintertime pun. Oh, there he is now. Is it Neelathai? Oh, God. So this is the one you found in the forest, Kira. Greetings. I am the chieftain of this village. Dinglepoot, was it? That's pronounced Dinglepoot. You're lucky to be alive. These blizzards have taken the lives of many travelers like yourself. You owe this village a great deal, especially Kira and Lasara here. I expect you to pull your weight while you're staying here. These blizzards are cutting off all our supply routes. We need to provide for ourselves. Each day, we need to work to ensure we can survive this weather. Kira is our main hunter, and Lasara is our doctor. Myself and some other villagers work in the mines each day to get materials to strengthen our village against the elements. Now that you're here, you will assist one of us each day. The tavern is always in need of... Oh, tavern! So there is no shortage of work for you. It will help to have extra hand and someone who can switch between jobs. Just don't slow us down, or be a nuisance to the girl. Oh, I'm gonna be a nuisance to the girls, alright. In fact, we'll need to start working soon. All of you prepare for the day. I must be going now. Okay. He's a bit serious a lot of the time. He's nice when you get to know him, though. He's right about starting work, though. We should get ready to go. Yeah, true. Dinglepoot! You must say it with emphasis, Kira. Dinglepoot! You should get whatever you need and meet us back here in a few minutes. Come, Dinglepoot! What did I need? I should talk to Kira, Lasara, and the chieftain to find work for the day. Move your arms! You creeper. There's still definitely a fire. Oh god, that was the old aim thing. I remember that. Hello! Hello, Dinglepoot. I was just about to start working. Do you want to help me out for the day? Work as a medic for the day. There weren't really anybody injured. I didn't see anybody injured. Hello! Oh, Dinglepoot! You want to help me hunt? That could be useful. Don't take too long to find work, though. We can't afford any waste of time. Hello, jerk-off! We need to get materials to strengthen our walls and homes. Myself and some other villagers are about to leave for the mines. Are you coming with us? Sure, what the hell. We need to get... Oh, Jesus. Wait, what did I do? Just make sure you keep up with everyone. What happened there? Can I click on this? I can't click on that. It's a long day, and I don't want anybody slacking off. Do I get to go mining? You spend the day mining with the chieftain and a group of other villagers. The long day spent swinging bulky pickaxes in the cold, dark tunnels has worn out. You feel your strength is growing as a result of the work, however. Get swole! What other work do you want to do today? Assist the other miners? Look for ore. You see if the other miners need a hand. You help a few of them with their work, having a friendly chat with all of them all the while. Hey, we've gained some charisma. That's terrific. You go to sleep for the night. You can hear a blizzard starting outside. It seems you'll definitely have to stay in the village until this weather passes. Ew. Hello! Hello, Dinglepoot! Oh, you're still working, huh? So I really haven't seen anybody injured. What's going on? What is that? What's that? That doesn't seem like a great use of my time. What do you have to do? Oh, Dinglepoot! Yeah, I guess I'll help you hunt. Alright, and don't worry if you're new to this. I'll show you how it's done. Let's get going. Time's not exactly on our side. Ooh, you go hunting in the nearby forest with Kira. You both move quietly through the forest, bows at the ready. The only sounds you hear are a faint rustling of leaves underfoot. It's the Yeti! Anything more than that, and you'll know there's an animal nearby. You spend the whole day in the woods getting a good amount of food. You're worn out by the end of the day. However, you feel like you've become lighter on your feet and more swift. I gained agility! What other work do you want to do today? Gather herbs? You spend the rest of the day gathering herbs with Losara. You learn about the area and the vicious plants that inhabit it. Oh, various. Not vicious plants. Oh, we've gained an int. +1 to int. You visit the village tavern after that. Kira is sipping from a mug at one of the tables, relaxing by herself. She waves to you as you walk in and beckons you over. Hey. It's nice to finally get a chance to talk properly. It's been so busy lately, but you seem to be settling in well enough. Father's stone cold stare hasn't scared you off, I hope. I've been wondering, though, why are you passing through this area in the first place? And do you have a profession? If I'm being nosy, please tell me. I can be a bit too curious for my own good sometimes. You spend a pleasant evening chatting with Kira about your lives up to now. You mention the fact that the chieftain of the village is her father. Yeah, that isn't as easy a life as you might assume. I wouldn't assume that. Father certainly likes to remind me that I'll become a chieftain myself one day. He also likes to remind me that I have a long way to go if I'm... Oh, God, what a dick. Get your ass in the mines, boy! Girl? Boy, girl? One of the few times I remember being praised by him was when I went hunting and showed him how much I improved. It was the only time I've ever seen him surprised. In a good way, at least. You talk a while longer, and then part ways, getting home before a blizzard starts. Bluesy blizzard! Okay, I'm getting significantly more stuff. Hello, Dinglepoot! I was just about to start working. Sure, I'll work as a medic for the day, because why not? It's nice to have some company in these hectic times. I'm sure you'll get used to the work quickly, although be aware that we have a lot of work and will need to move quickly. We should go now. There are bound to be plenty of injuries that need healing. Come, Dinglepoot! You work with Losara in her lab for the day. You're surrounded by the sounds of bubbling potions and strangely colored concoctions. My favorite type of concoction! Losara works at a blinding pace, clearly experienced at her job. You struggle just staring at her ass all day. Now, you struggle to keep up with her as she gives you various tasks, but you feel you're improving quickly. You've learned much about alchemy and about curing illnesses and injuries in the process. We've gained int. What else do you have? Can I deliver potions? You spend the rest of the day delivering potions to people's homes. Time is of the essence, and you need to move quickly. Agility +1. That night, you're called to help out in the tavern. The place is overflowing with people, and you're put to work serving drinks. The patrons are asking for the strongest drinks you have, looking to get blind drunk. You're reminded of the chieftain stressing the importance of everyone being able to work each morning. They seem to be eagerly anticipating their drinks, however, and want to have a night of fun. What do you do? So, if we're in really tumultuous times, I don't think I want to be getting these guys all completely bombed and then not be prepared for the next day, but I'm assuming that would boost up my morale. I'm going to give them piss water. You worry that they won't be able to work in the morning if they're hungover. You dilute the alcohol, hoping no one will notice. And then tell them it's the strongest drink here's the slightly flavored water. Your attempts to convince them fall very, very flat. Seems your charisma is lacking. The patrons become impatient with you. The tavern owner makes you do some paperwork? I don't want to do paperwork. Monotony of working through stacks and stacks of paper is mind-numbing. I've lost my intelligence. Too much papers, so obviously I need to boost my charisma more, and I've already forgotten how to do that. So the only other thing I haven't done is... Sure. We'll do this. You work in the tavern for the day, serving drinks, and you hear many stories while talking to the patrons and learn a bit about the village. Hooray! What work do you want to do today? Let's serve the booze. You spend the day serving up drinks and food. You need to work quickly to serve every customer. Agility +1. Why do I keep getting agility? You visit the tavern again. This time you end up meeting Lasara after unwinding after the day's work. How are things, Dinglepooch? Are you getting used to the village yet? Kira mentioned she was talking to you over here recently, and I realized I haven't once had a normal conversation with you. I swear the amount of patience I've had today was a new record. Apparently, many of the villagers thought it was a good idea to drink themselves to death last night. I tried to stop them! I lost track of... Yeah, I was trying to prevent it! There was nothing I could do! I don't care about me, I have 0 charisma. No! I just explained that to you. You end up talking to her about work and how she started. Oh, I've been studying alchemy and medical practices since I can remember. In fact, the first patient, if you want to call it that, was Kira, of all people. It's how we met, actually. We were both children at the time, and I was looking for herbs in the forest. It was a completely peaceful day, and then I heard a cry of pain in the distance. I didn't know it, but Kira was in the area hunting, or learning to hunt, as it was back then. She was cut up pretty badly by a boar that had charged her. She managed to kill it before it got any worse, at least. I found her and threw together a basic potion that would disinfect and heal the wounds. She was so afraid that the chief would find out she was hunting by herself. My potion healed it up almost instantly, so you gave her a full rejuve. Good job. Not mine, from my stash. We've been friends ever since then. We're 21 now, so that makes it about 13 years since we met. You chat for a while longer before parting ways for the night. You go to sleep for the night, so obviously I needed more charisma to do whatever the other thing was. Dinglepooch! Sure, I'll do that, and then I'll choose whatever path I didn't take last time. You spend the day getting completely ripped, so let us look for ore deeper in the mines. You spend the rest of the day delving deeper into the mines looking for ore deposits. Your understanding of the cavern system improves as you navigate the winding tunnels. Hey, I got half my intelligence that I lost back. Later that afternoon after work, you go to the forest with Kira to see if there's any traps she laid have caught anything. They seem to have caught a normal amount of food. What is a normal amount? On the way back to the village, you hear faint whimpering from behind some trees. The two of you investigated and find a snow-white fox cub. Its leg caught... Aww, so cute. It's clearly been severely injured, is in extreme pain. What do you do? I'm not gonna kill it. I want to know cute and fluffy. You do your best to get the fox out of the trap. It seems to understand you're trying to help it. However, you don't know enough to be able to properly treat its wounds. Ow! Fox passes out soon after. I tried. I'm too damn stupid. Drain my morale. Son of a bitch. So what do I need to get the... Oh. You wonder if anything might be different about these storms before drifting into sleep. So they're not getting any better. So what does that mean exactly? I need more charisma. Sure. So I think I got more charisma from... Oh, just plain working. So what does cleaning the floors give? You spend the day scrubbing beer stains from floors and tables. It's surprisingly tough, and you get swole. So, going to the bar, you drop by the evening after work. Kira and Lasara are chatting at a table in the corner. Kira calls you over when they notice you walking in. Hey, Dinglepooch! Good evening. Oh, Kira mentioned that fox from yesterday. It's a pity it couldn't be saved. Those foxes are fond of humans, and the village has a fondness for them. But there's no point in thinking about it too much. How have you been doing? The three of you talk cheerfully for the evening. Wait, Lisa told you about how we met? I only got a few cuts, but I swear I shouted like I broke every bone in my body. I improved a tiny bit since then, for sure. I somehow left out the part where you nearly shot me. Oh yeah, that happened, didn't it? I thought Lisa was another boar coming to finish me off. She looks exactly like a boar. So I just kinda shot her as she came to me from behind a tree. It's a good thing you couldn't hit anything back then, otherwise I wouldn't be here right now. Hey, I've always believed I'm a slow learner, and that day it ended up saving your life. Being naturally bad at things has its benefits. You talk for a while longer before leaving for the night. You go to sleep. Well, yeah, I assume so. And we log off AIM once again. So, I need intelligence. How do I get more intelligence again? Morning, Dinglepoot. Sure, I don't think I did the other thing that was off of the hunting branch. So, you hunt quietly, agility. Let's scout ahead. You spend the rest of the day scouting ahead to get a lay of the land for future hunts. You have to climb numerous trees and hills to reach the inner forest. You gain swole. After working, Kira calls you to the forest. She went hunting again and caught a sizable amount of food. She also collected some unusual herbs requested by Lysara. It's far too much for one person to carry, however, so she needs your help. While carrying an unsettling amount of deer and rabbits on your backs, you trudge through the forest. A few minutes pass until you're stopped in your tracks. On the path up ahead, you spot a small pack of wolves approaching. They slowly... they're snarling menacingly. Kira has no arrows left, and there's no way to outrun them when they're focused on you. Kira also thinks... Can I give them some of the meat? Yeah. Well, what the hell are the herbs gonna do? We're not really wounded, so I mean... We're not going to be able to outrun them with 400,000 pounds of northeastern elk on our back. You take some of the smallest animals and throw them as far as you can in the forest. With your strength, you can barely throw the animals more than I'm 7 strength! Ooh. You both drop all the food and dive away from the bag, but not before they sink you. Ooh. I didn't need agility anyway. To make matters worse, you can also hear Kira let out a shout, covering part of her face, blood spilling out from her. This is not going well. This started off okay. Oh, God. The better they quickest potion! It seems Kira isn't much worth. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. And we lose even more morale. This is dropping very quickly. So... Damn, how much... You gotta, like, grind the right stats, otherwise you're just boned. Dinglepoot! Sure. I wanna look deeper in the Moony mines. You spend the day mining, blah, blah, blah. Strength +2. Let's look for even more ore. I got intelligence. You go into the tavern on wine after work. The chieftain is in a corner really deep in thought. He notices you entering and beckons you over. Dinglepoot, was it? How goes work? You talk to the chieftain about your work and how you've been doing. I see. Is that the best you can do? I hope you're not dragging Kira or Lysara down with you. Man, what a penis. In fact, maybe you already have, considering the scar across my daughter's... That wasn't my fault! Kira told me what happened, and she says you didn't cause any problems, although perhaps she would have escaped those wolves unscathed if a more capable person were there with her. If anything, I'm sure she had her own plan, and your attempts at escaping only got in her way. Can I kill him? The village is cut off from society thanks to these storms. Kira and Lysara seem to have taken a liking to you, but you have yet to prove yourself as a valuable worker in these strained times. Your performance so far is a testament to that. He lectures you in similar fashion. Blah, blah, blah. Soon he dismisses you, saying he needs to plan for the next few days. Blizzards are still not getting rid. In fact, from the sound of the wind, they seem to be getting stronger. Your room feels colder too. Regardless, you manage to drift off to sleep. So things are going much, much more poorly. I still have a decent amount of morale. I don't want to go. I'm going to go back to here. I mean, at least I can have some fun here. Good lord. Walk in the tavern, you many stories, blah blah blah, charisma. Serve the booze. Ooh. You head to the tavern. Relax. Kira and the chieftain are talking at one of the tables. They look like they'd rather not be interrupted and haven't noticed you, so you take a seat in the corner ton. And after that, I need to plan out who will do what tasks for the day. It's important that you learn the strengths and weaknesses of the people working with you. Arguably the most important thing, however, is everyone's morale. If someone is low in spirits, they're unlikely to do a good job, even if they're skilled at their work. And morale is something we can all influence. We all need to do our best to boost the morale of those around us. In fact, I feel that our morale will be what decides the outcome of our efforts during this weather. He seems to be telling Kira about the various things involved in running the village during times like this. After a while, he realizes that Kira is losing focus. You're losing concentration, aren't you? Huh? No? Well, kind of. Sorry. You've been working hard these days. It's no surprise you'd rather just relax. So, tell me, how is everything going? Oh, well, I caught just over quota you set for deer, although I couldn't quite get enough wolf pelts like you asked. And, no, Kira. I mean, how are you specifically? Forget about your work for now. You deserve the break. I haven't been able to properly talk to you for quite some time, and that's my fault. Oh, well, I've been doing well, actually. Oh, he does have... I think it's a he. But there are scars on the face. I've been spending a lot of time with Lissa, and Dinglepoot, too. Eventually head home, leaving the